Hi everyone, it's Nikki and Brian in the A Step at a Time office from The Adventures of Brian. Now, if you've been following my Facebook page for The Adventures of Brian and looking at Brian's adventures, and perhaps you've already purchased some of our books, you will know that I originally said there would be 3 books before Christmas. We then ended up with 4 books, so you've already got Brian and the Blue Butterfly, Brian and the Magic Knight, Brian and the Black Pebble, and Brian and the Christmas Wish. But if you have been following it with interest, you will know that I said earlier this week that there was a special book coming today. So today, on Friday, the 4th of November 2016, I have got a special release book that is coming out. Now, it wasn't a book that was planned, it wasn't a book that was on my agenda, it wasn't a book that I even anticipated writing any point in time right now. But if you've been following the A Step at a Time page, you will know that over the last 2 years, myself and a team of cyclists have been raising money for Oscar's Wish Foundation. And I'm over the moon to say that over the last 2 years, we've raised £3,500 for Oscar's Wish Foundation. Now, the person who set Oscar's Wish Foundation up is Gemma, who is a very good friend of mine. I actually met Gemma at university over 10 years ago. And we became very good friends. We had a hell of a lot in common, a lot of life issues that had been very, very similar. And she's been an incredible source of support to me over the last 10 years. Now, 2 years ago today, Gemma lost her beautiful baby Oscar. And it was perhaps the saddest day of my life. And those of you that have received my newsletter this morning will know in more detail why I've written that. And it was to try and explain why we've done what we've done now. So Gemma lost her beautiful Oscar, and I will honestly say as a friend, outside of being a therapist, there are no words. There were no words to fix the loss that she'd experienced. There was no words or actions that I could do to bring back the only thing that she wanted. And I have said to Gemma countless times over the last 2 years, on every birthday and Christmas, I can't buy her the one thing that she wanted. And it's so, so difficult. Now, Gemma and Brian are very, very good friends. Brian absolutely adores his Auntie Gemma. And we obviously released the Adventures of Brian books earlier this year, so we decided that because today is a special day and we wanted to remember Oscar, we wrote Gemma a very special story called Brian and the Shiny Star, which was for Gemma and Oscar and all the amazing work that they've done with Oscar's Wish Foundation over the last 2 years. It was never going to be released, it was never going to be published officially. It was written, and I did have it printed so that Gemma would have a physical copy to be able to keep. And I met with Gemma last Friday and gave her her copy of Brian and the Shiny Star. And having read it and both had a bit of a cry, she has asked if it can be published to help other parents. Now, Brian and the Shiny Star is a very special story because I will honestly say that of all the Adventures of Brian books, no book has ever made me cry. But Brian and the Shiny Star literally had me sobbing at times, and it was the hardest book that I've written because to explain to an adult about loss and bereavement is hard enough, but to talk to a child is just 10 times worse. They don't have the understanding, the concepts, or the life skills to understand what is going on and why it's happening. Now, I've therefore written it in a way that is very innocent and very precious and just supports the work that Gemma and Oscar's Wish Foundation do with their bereavement bears and all of the beautiful messages that they give to parents every day to support their families. So Brian and the Shiny Star is literally officially open for sale as of now, and the book is dedicated to Gemma, it's dedicated to Oscar, and it's dedicated to Oscar's Wish Foundation for the incredible work that they do for parents that experience the loss of a child before, during or after birth. And it explores what happens after we leave. Now, it's not written in terms of just children, it's not written in terms of adults, it is literally written about loss and bereavement as a general subject. So whether a child is experiencing the loss of a pet or a friend or a family member, it allows them to explore loss and bereavement in a safe and innocent way that isn't going to cause more conflict or upset. Now, I am so, so pleased to be able to offer Gemma something that has been written with so much love. And Brian and the Shiny Star, it is bright blue, so it's blue just like the Oscar's Wish Foundation colours, and it is now available on Amazon. The difference you will find with this book is if you read the item description, for every single book that we sell, 50p of it will go back to Oscar's Wish Foundation. So once the printing costs have been taken away, the royalties will be sent back to Gemma, and they will be sent back to Oscar's Wish Foundation, so that we can fund putting more books into bereavement bags to go into the local hospitals in West Sussex for families that are experiencing the loss of a baby. Now, I really hope that you will support us today, that you will purchase Brian and the Shiny Star, because even if it's not relevant at this moment in time, it's something that's precious and will help us to help other families and other parents. So Brian and the Shiny Star is today released for Oscar's Wish Foundation. It is officially available, and for every single book that is purchased, forevermore, I will donate back 50p of every single book straight back to Oscar's Wish Foundation. So every month, Gemma will receive a cheque for the charity to help them fund to provide books to families. I really hope that you'll be able to support us. I hope that you'll understand the importance of these books, and I hope that if you do need to purchase them for your children, that they give you the love and support that you need.